Welcome back, Acadiana. Acadiana does not have any watches or warnings as of now, but portion of eastern Texas and Calcasieu Parish under a tornado warning and a severe thunderstorm warning over the next 45 minutes or so. So as these storms continue to track off towards the east, we'll monitor this system if it does maintain that strength. And right now we're not dealing with much in the way of rainfall, only a few spotty showers in St. Mary Parish. But as you can tell, the bulk of the rainfall is in eastern Texas, moving off towards the northeast. Some heavy rainfall in Avoyelles Parish. It was some strong storms around Fort Polk as well. But for us in Acadiana, we still have that slight risk for all modes of severe weather, damaging wind gusts, large hail, isolated tornadoes, and our timing, that'll be mostly after midnight. So I know most of everyone will be asleep, but you definitely want to have those watches and warnings or weather alerts on just in case we have those going into the early hours of Sunday. And as I mentioned a moment ago, all modes of severe weather are in play, from tornadoes, damaging winds, large hail, and flash flood are all components with tonight's severe weather threat. Now for Sunday, that risk does shift towards the east and lower down to a marginal risk. So our eastern portions of Acadiana still on that marginal risk for tomorrow, and still goes for at least a brief split up tornado or large hail. So we'll still keep an eye out for that around daybreak, but most of those storms should be out of here well before noon on tomorrow. Now when it comes to the rainfall, we also have a slight risk for majority of the state. So with these storms rolling in tonight, we'll actually have some heavy rainfall that'll push through as well, and that can cause some ponding on the roadways, some flooding in the low-lying areas to keep an eye out for as well for tonight. And once again, how much rainfall can we get here in Acadiana? The HERM model did lower those rainfall totals, but I'm still sticking with between 1 to 4 inches of rainfall with higher amounts possible, especially in some thunderstorms. But some areas can get at the lowest 1 inch or 1.5 inches through tonight. So let's check out the timing. Our storms, they'll roll in around midnight for Allen Parish, Jeff Davis, pushing into parts of Lafayette, Opelousas, Ville Platte a little bit after midnight, so that 2 a.m. time frame, and even further into our eastern parishes of Acadiana, they'll be around 4 a.m., 5 a.m. time frame, and the storms will continue its track to New Orleans around daybreak. That'll be about 6 a.m. So once that frontal boundary moves out of here, we'll actually have dry and nice conditions returning to the forecast by Sunday afternoon, along with some breezy conditions of wind speeds out of the west around 5 to 10 miles per hour. So the rainfall, that will be out of our area Sunday afternoon, going into the start of next week before a secondary cold front they'll push in by the middle of the week. So to recap those conditions for tonight, strong to severe thunderstorms all possible, and as we see now, a tornado warning and severe thunderstorm warning in part of eastern Texas and Calcasieu Parish. Temperatures on the mild side, and those rainfall amounts between 1/2 inch to at least 4 inches, with higher amounts possible as well. Now for tomorrow, showers and thunderstorms earlier in the night, but once that cold front moves in, very dry conditions for Sunday afternoon with partly cloudy skies returning to our forecast. And we may have a few lingering showers, but most of that rainfall should be out of here before noon on Sunday. So the tropics, Hurricane Melissa is now a major hurricane, Category 3. It was a Category 1 earlier in the day, and it will only continue to rapidly intensify into a higher category over the next couple of days, as it still remains pretty much stationary there, only moving about 3 miles per hour towards the west, and it's likely to make landfall in Jamaica, at least a Category 4, Category 5 hurricane. That won't be until Tuesday afternoon where we'll see that landfall there on Jamaica. Now, once it passes over Jamaica, over Cuba, still a major hurricane, even into the Bahamas. So we'll be checking out this system all the way through the middle of next week. But Melissa, slow-moving storm, likely to cause catastrophic damage for portions of Jamaica with flooding, life-threatening storm surge, and all other components that comes with a high-end category storm. Now back here closer to home, storms in early on Sunday morning. Temperature is pretty nice in the upper 70s. We'll actually have some cool, chilly temperature just in time for Halloween in the 40s with highs in the upper 60s. But stay tuned and we'll have another look at the 10-day forecast later in the show.